this is Jeff. Today I'm going to talk about a common issue that happens with the Elfa storage system. It's a great system, but there's kind of a weak link on it, and that is that the drawers sometimes come loose and just sort of fall down. This includes the drawer system and also the shoe racks. Now, don't get me wrong, I really love the Elfa system. I think it's a terrific system. And although I'm not a contractor, I do a lot of DIY, and I've sort of made about 6 conversions of different closets in different houses I've had, from this kind of old school version from the 60s and 50s to kind of a hybrid system. Generally, if the closet has upper storage like you see in this picture here, I'll keep that and also sort of the outside framing of it, but I will get rid of the sort of lower shoe drawers on the bottom there. Got the interior and pretty much keep the exterior portions of it intact. You know, if there is a center beam, I will take that out as well. And what it really does is it creates this walk-in closet that also has some hidden storage above it. So if you're interested in a step-by-step of how to convert an old school closet into this hybrid that you see here, then that'll be a subject of a future video. So back to the matter at hand. I have tried to actually read the instructions as much as there are in putting in these drawer systems, but there seems to be a flaw in the way that it's sort of placed in there. A lot of times when you're pulling the drawer out, it often can pop out the sort of pegs that go into the shelf supports. But I have come up with a jury-rigged solution, and that involves the use of ordinary zip ties. It's not the most elegant solution, but it is fast, cheap, and as far as I can tell so far, permanent. So, on to the mechanics of this. What you see in this picture is a shelf support, and there's one of these on each side of the drawers, and then that end that you see there slots into the railing, which kind of holds everything, all the shelves, up. So once you have it slotted in, you'll see that there's that tab in the middle there. Below that is where you're going to put your zip tie. There's sort of a flat side of the zip tie, and there's another one where the square end sticks out. So that square end should be facing the wall, if that makes sense. So you have the shelf supports in. You've installed the drawer system onto the shelf support, and then you have the zip tie between the shelf support and the railing. And what you're going to do is, I'm trying to flailing it here, but you see that cut out toward the back of the shelf support. Make sure you get it through there. And the drawer system has sort of this 2 elements to it. There's the outer portion that is kind of the frame of it, and then the inner portion that kind of slides back and forth. You want to make sure that you're zip tying only the outer portion and leaving the inner portion free to slide in and out. So there I've sort of put it in loosely. So you see it's going through that groove. It's only on the outer frame of it, and then you pull it tight. Sometimes it comes out in a way that the remaining portion of it kind of ticks the back of the shelf and makes a noise. Other times it doesn't, but if it does, then you can just sort of make sure you tighten it up as much as you can and hand tighten it, and then just cut off the rest. I should note that, ordinarily there is usually kind of that gap underneath the tab on the shelf support. So you're just taking advantage of what's there. You can see it in the groove there. And what those zip ties do on each side, you do want to do it on each side, is that it prevents that sort of outer frame from sliding forward. And then that's a clip right there, you see it. Those are the clips that sort of pop out if that outer frame has any play. So, I've been using this for about a year and a half, so it's held up pretty well. If you've got some kind of rambunctious kids, they might sometimes, if they're kind of leaning on it or kind of yanking it too hard, sometimes it might loosen the zip ties. But if so, then you just sort of either tighten them up or cut it off and then just put it on a new one. And it's worked pretty well so far. So that's my solution for my simple and inelegant solution to this thing that was been bugging me for a while once I started installing these. So hope it works for you. Let me know if you have any questions down below in the comments. And thanks for watching.